Hello guys and welcome back to the Culture Clash. I'm your host Luis Villalón and thank God it's Friday. It's the weekend and so much has happened over the week that I need to talk to you about. The Oscar happens. I know that you know because our social media was just filled with everything Oscars related. I promise you we'll get through it and then after that you are not going to hear about it until next year. Yeah. But I had to bring you someone very, very special because he is an expert not only in fashion, but also in film. So please help me welcome our repeated guest, our fabulous guest, Liam Haehnle. Hi, Liam.
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you doing? Welcome back.
Feels good to be back on the beige couch. I love it over here.
You're the one that popped the virginity, so
I was. Pilot episode, go watch.
go watch. Yes, our most watched episode to date.
And I'd love to challenge that number if you like any of our other guests.
Ooh, you said it. Did you get to watch the Oscars?
Did I get to watch the Oscars? Yes. I grabbed my boyfriend by the neck and I said, we are driving home right now to watch this.
As you should. It's like a gay holiday.
It is a gay, it's one of the many gay holidays, but it's up there at top 5 at least.
Yeah, when I was younger, when I was like in my 20s being gay, I used to remember I remember that I used to see like older gays will have parties for the Oscars.
Ugh.
And they would all wear like clip-on bow ties. And I was like, these old men, what the hell? And now here we are.
Here we are.
Being those gays. We did not get to dress up. I was sitting on this couch in sweats.
Oh.
Having fast food and judging every girl on the red carpet.
My boyfriend and I almost went to his friend's house to have like a little thing. And then I was like, you know what? Why don't we pick up a steak, a baked potato, and sit at home and watch this? You know, we drank a little bit, had a great time.
Even better.
And the best part is, he never gets to see my job. I work in film and television, so he got to see me really get excited for a lot of things I care a lot about, and especially like the categories that mean more to me than just Best Actor of the Year.
Well, you know that I was only there for the fashion and a few awards, but I have to say that this might have been my favorite Oscars
It was
ever.
a great Oscar year. It felt well balanced. It felt well received. Everyone looked great. Everyone was really thankful, and we're gonna get to some people that might have had a little too much thanks in their heart. I don't know.
Too much. And that was, I have to say that, at least in my opinion, it was truly because it was the first time that I did my homework, even though some of you guys dragged me that we did not do enough homework. How do you think I graduated college, okay? I don't even know how, but I did as much as I could to talk to you about the films. I watched as many. Listen, I watched Emilia Paris.
That's more than I did, because guess what? I watched Honora last night before coming here on the podcast, after she already won everything. Because I was like, well, I guess I have to watch it now. And so I have thoughts.
So you did great. Well, we'll get to the Oscars, but you've been here before.
course.
This is not your first rodeo. I asked a very special question, even though you have answered it before. Refresh our minds. Let us know who is your number one pop girlie. Let the girls know.
My number one pop girly, for those who know, and like we don't even have to talk about her because she doesn't want to be talked about. She loves to be quiet and secluded in her little hobbit hole, but Ethel Cain, keep making music at your own pace. Don't worry, no one's gonna come and just keep doing you. Girl, I love you. And if it was anyone other than that, I'd have to shout out for my boyfriend Luke. Tuvalu, Tovlo, I love you. Keep also making amazing music. I will somehow find a way to your concert someday, and I will be mostly naked for that experience.
Tuve loved.
Period!
We love her. Shout out to your boyfriend and shout out to Tuve love.
Oh, I love her.
Yes, I love that. Well, you're still a depressing girl.
Oh, I
But
love
that's
depression
okay.
music.
That's okay. Shout out to everyone with depression and anxiety. I kind of feel bad for you. you know that reference?
I do.
Yes, Miss good old Wendy Williams.
The gag is that I don't have depression nor anxiety. I just love the sound of sad music.
Oh,
Right?
are you sure you're gay? You're not depressed? You're not anxious?
Well, yeah, I have my moments, but I'm delusional like you, so I work through it really quickly.
That yes, as long I always say that your delusion is your reality. So stay delusional, my friends.
Absolutely.
Well, let's get into the Oscars because I also have a little surprise for you.
Okay, show me.
You guys remember this?
I do. Okay, yes.
I had someone go through this. I have not seen it, but I had someone go through this and grade it and see who got the most correct answers.
I'm worried to find the results, but I'm ready to hear them.
I
Let's go.
promise that the winner is getting neck. So stay ready for some neck.
Good for her.
Whoever wins. Yes.
gonna be?
So we'll go through this right after the Oscars, but let's get to like the needy and greedy. Should we get through the fashion or do you want to get to the awards really quick?
I want to do fashion because that obviously I care the most about, and then we can talk awards real brief because I've got notes.
Got it. Okay, so let me give you the synopsis really quick and then we'll get to it, okay? So, Oscar winners and fashion. It was the biggest night in Hollywood and the biggest fashion parade of the year. We are, of course, talking about the 97 Academy Awards, which capped off one of the most tumultuous and unpredictable award season in recent memory and brought some much needed distraction to a city still reeling from the devastating wildfires last month. So the Oscars happened this Sunday.
Yes.
Like I said, I, for once, really enjoyed them, and I want to thank all of you who pressured me to do my homework, as well as Neil. I felt that I was just really into it.
And I think that's a lot of the point is you watch, like, it's not to quote the Hunger Games, but you watch them, you care so much about them, you cheer for them, you're upset when they lose. Like, it is fun. It's sports for gays. Like, I've seen people who have brackets and make money. You can gamble on it.
Oh,
people,
wow.
People gamble big money on the Oscars. I need to get into that, but let's see what my results are first before I invest in that career.
We're going to see your results first before we start, investing money into that. Let's talk about fashion.
Okay.
Let's start off with something that we predicted.
Okay.
Miss Ariana Grande wearing Schiaparelli on the runway.
Go back to episode 1. We literally called it. We saw that dress and we said she needs to wear it, and she wore it. Not only did she wear it, she was setting her like purse and drink down on it while sitting.
Yes.
And you even said it best, like, girl, how's she supposed to sit? She's not. And I guarantee you every time in that seat, because when you would see her in the big clips, everyone's fussing with her, she was like this. She was fully just like sitting like this, perched.
She was probably...
There's no way.
She was probably recreating that album cover with her sitting on the on the bar stool sideways.
Absolutely.
We called, and I think that the reason why she wore that dress is because she listened to the Culture Clash. Duh.
She's a fan.
Duh, she's a fan.
Thank you, by the way, for
Thank
being
you
a fan.
to the stylist who put her on that dress. She looked like she was descending from a cloud.
She looks so good.
The way she walked around on the red carpet, it was stunning.
Not only did she have an incredible, and I'm such a huge Schiaparelli fan, dress for the red carpet that she also wore throughout the night, but when she transitioned into her performance gown for that opening number, the red heel on the back, also Schiaparelli, Daniel Rosenberry, I see you, I love you. That was just scrumptious.
It was exquisite. The detail on that dress. I believe that performance in that outfit that she wore will probably be almost as legendary as Lady Gaga 2015. If you guys know, you know.
Yes.
I, in fact, posted a picture last week on our Instagram. Make sure that you guys are following us, @theculture_clash. But I posted a picture. What was I talking about?
Oh, we're talking about Ariana Grande and how good she looks, but we're talking about it could be just as big as Lady Gaga.
Right. And it was just such an iconic performance. I mean, the dress was beautiful. Her standing next to Cynthia.
Also, Cynthia Erevo, I did not know your game was this strong, wearing Vivienne Westwood on the stage. And you and I, we were texting because I had just driven back from Columbus, and I was like, I just turned on the TV. Oh my God. It was literally the wedding dress, basically.
Yes.
That big. Like, it's so good. She looked amazing.
Now, it is good to say that it was custom made for her.
Yes.
But it was the runway look of the bride look,
They
right?
went through the catalog and she said, do that one.
Yeah,
With a little twist.
It was so beautiful. And the fact that they didn't win after they gave us that performance.
They don't need to win. They made millions and millions of dollars. Who really need to win are indie films, and we need to support independent films more often, which this Oscars showed us that, but we'll get into that later, was the idea that indie films really do reign supreme.
Okay, gorgeous. We'll get into that really quick.
What did you think of Cynthia's first outfit that she wore through the night?
She was wearing custom Louis Vuitton.
It looked great on her.
For a second, I was like, and then I looked at the details and I was like, oh, beautiful. It's dark velvet, it's villainous, it's rich, the color. I thought it was very pretty.
Obsessed with the collar. At first, I thought it was someone who we'll bring up in a second, but then when I found out it was Louis, I was like, okay, interesting. Didn't expect this from them. More importantly, though, is that clearly she and Ari have to kind of live within these silhouettes and colors of their characters, but then they go on stage, Ari gets to be in the red of the ruby slipper, and Cynthia gets to be in just not green. Like, this girl's going to be so sick of green someday, I swear.
Yeah.
But it was refreshing, and she looked great.
Oh,
They
it
both looked
was.
so good.
Both of them looked amazing. The performance was beautiful. But I really, really did love. I loved Cynthia Erivo and Louis Vuitton.
It
For a minute, I was like, and then I was like, no, you know what? It's perfect.
it looked cozy. That's the big thing for me. Because you also realize we might be watching this at 8 at night here on the East Coast, but for them it's like 4 p.m.
And it's hot as hell.
Yeah. So she looked great. Another person who I loved, Whoopi Goldberg. And
Whoopi.
the way the light shined off that fabric, and I immediately thought Armani. I think I texted you like, oh my God, is she an Armani? But turns out it was our Christian Siriano.
It was Chris. I actually have a clashing opinion.
Tell me everything. I want to hear it.
Let me put this down. So, I found the dress to be pretty. I found the fabric to be pretty. I have something to say about Christian Siriano, and I love Christian Siriano as a designer. I think he's great. I love what he stands for, dressing plus size models and making affordable fashion. I thought it was reheated nachos
From whom?
from Armani.
Well,
In fact, I have a petition
Okay.
that only Armani can use that fabric moving forward.
okay. I think that's valid, but the way the silhouette was just so incredible. And I mean, yeah. Clearly, you and I both thought the moment we texted each other, this has to be Armani, to find out it's Christian Siriano, who I'm sorry, I'm not your biggest fan. I don't love him. And it kind of annoys the shit out of me.
Ooh.
Sorry. But it looked, I had to gag myself and be like, wow, I'm a fan of a Christian dress. Like, it looks so genuinely good on her, and the way the shoulders floated off. Also, her coming out with Oprah, talk about your rich auntie bringing her best
Yes.
friend to the family function. Like, that was fab.
Yeah, I love that. I just did not care for the dress. And if I'm being honest, another point is that Holly Berry and that Christian Siriano dress.
Oh, the Mirrorball one?
Correct.
That looked great, too.
I thought the dress was beautiful, but once again, to me, it was reheated nachos from Oscar de la Renta.
Yes, there was definitely a lot of reheating going on. I'm just happy to see a girl get dressed. And they looked good. There were some...
did.
Who was your miss? I want to know.
We'll get to the mix. We'll get to the bad ones.
Okay, give
we'll
me
get
someone
to
else
yeah.
good.
Let's talk about Demi Moore. Wearing Giorgio Armani Privé. She was in Privé.
And that is, like... I mean, they always say in the Oscars, like, you wear Armani to win your Oscar. And historically, you can look back at it, so many female actresses have won wearing his dresses. So I think she really did go into that thinking that, and it's sad to see her lose, but as our past guest host, Neil, said, it would have been more of a Lifetime Achievement Award. And already, with Honora winning, like, she's been offered, like, multiple like, everyone wants her now. Like, a star has truly been born.
Neil did say that, and for that reason, I was very happy that she won. Another person that talk about a dress that you need to wear a winning dress. Let's talk about Zoe Saldana.
She could have been possibly the worst dressed of the entire night. Who did that to her? Why did it look like she went to Akira in the mall? Like, that top with that little rhinestone mesh, horrible.
The gloves.
Hideous. It looked so bad.
Do you know who made it?
I don't care to know, but tell me.
Well, the thing about it is that I don't think she had a choice
Oh, was it a contract?
because it was Saint Laurent, and Saint Laurent actually produced Emilia Perez.
Wait, what?
In fact, I have a very fun fact.
Give it to
It
me.
is the very first fashion house to ever win an Oscar because they produced the movie.
I had no idea. Like, no idea at all.
So someone sabotaged Zoe Saldana because that dress was absolutely hideous.
Also, it doesn't look, to me, within the house codes of Yves Saint Laurent, like, whatsoever. It was so
wrong.
hideous. I chose not to look up who it was because he was like, I don't want to become a hater of a brand I might love.
Well, I'm sorry that I have to tell you that. But you're
okay.
telling me that Zoe Saldana went up to the stage to collect her Oscar in that dress when you had Ariana Grande that could have gone up and collected hers? I wasn't even upset about the Oscar. I was more upset about that damn dress that Zoe wore.
I was upset about the dress, but I will say, in the defense, I'm not defending Emily Perez in any way. That movie's horrible. Emilia Perez. But Zoe Saldana's speech was possibly one of the most beautiful speeches I've ever heard. Like, I believed every word she said. She was so emotional. She talked about her family, her hometown, her upbringing, why it was important to her. Have I seen the movie? No. Will I see the movie? Never.
You're not missing anything.
I'm not, but I want to defend her and say that was a gorgeous acceptance speech, especially in contrast to someone else who had a absolutely rancid acceptance speech.
The one that went on for 30 minutes?
Longest acceptance speech in history, yes.
We'll talk about that in just a second too.
Get to it.
Another one that I was good with Another one that I was really good with, Selena Gomez. She was wearing Ralph Lauren. What did you think?
She is one of my consistent misses, and for the first time, I was like, "Oh, so you finally found a silhouette?" Because also her after party look, same silhouette, different dress. She looked amazing.
Yeah.
Like she really looked good, and I know she's a girl that struggles a lot with her health and what's going on with her body, and so she never truly feels comfortable. And she's said in multiple interviews how uncomfortable she is constantly on red carpets and in dresses. She looked amazing, and I'm also not a Selena fan. Like I like her, but I'm not gonna like support her. She looked amazing. She looked really, really good.
She did look very, very good. A little, I thought her shoulder was a little like squeezed in.
Yeah, you'll always get a little bit of that, but
bit.
look at the past look she's done. She's looked
Correct.
terrible in the past, so this was such a step up. I can't criticize it that much. I'm just like, oh, keep doing this. You're
So
finally
yeah,
on the path.
she did great. Another one that I was really, everyone on Instagram seemed to loved it. I understand why, but Michelle Yeoh and Balenciaga.
Could we have at least steamed it? I don't know what's going on with that fabric, but it was wrinkling left and right.
I quite frankly don't have any comments like good or bad. I was just like, okay.
It was nice to see a little bit of color on the red carpet. Like everyone was in champagne this year, but it was just it really that fabric was just getting destroyed every time she moved. Beautiful silhouette, beautiful color. But like, did we not hit it with a steamer?
And why are we still wearing Balenciaga?
Someone else wore Balenciaga, and I can't remember who it was.
Somebody else was. Oh, Kim Kardashian to the Vanity Fair.
She looked amazing. Sorry,
love
I
the
have to give
dress.
her flowers. And the back of the dress, she looked amazing.
That dress was giving me very, when she married Chris Humphries, when she wore that Vera Wang.
Yeah. That was
All I
also-
needed was her necklace on her head for her to give me that Vera Wang.
What also is interesting is I saw a lot talking about how she went, not obviously she would never go without makeup, but she really reduced, like she had no contour, no hard blush, very light makeup. And I think there's a lot of that Pamela Anderson mentality that's starting to go around Hollywood. And we're going to see this huge resurgence of less makeup is more makeup.
Okay, less makeup, but Kim was not makeup free. In
Oh,
fact,
was not
she
makeup
had
free at all.
so much makeup on. And oh, look, it's Kris Jenner trying to kill me so that I don't speak negatively about her daughters. Those looks, I am not a makeup artist, but I know that those looks take so much time and so, like, you have to be an artiste to get that
To
look.
make it look like she's not wearing makeup takes hours, but she's so known for that hard crease contour. Like, it was kind of nice to see her without it.
Very, very nice. And last but not least, we're just going to talk about Margaret Qualley and Chanel.
Boring, boo, didn't like it.
She looked pretty,
She looked nice.
but yeah.
I'm just like, you have all the money in the world, all the resources, everyone wants to dress you. Also, the absolute jump scare I got when she popped up on stage for that weird James Bond tribute.
Oh,
What was
yes.
that? I get it. Amazon acquired you and you have to somehow build hype around the new Bond franchise because I'm terrified Amazon has creative control now over the Bond franchise. But like, what was that? And can I just say something? I know everyone's like celebrating Doja Cat's little song she did. She sounded pitchy to me. I don't like everyone's like she sounded great. I've always known she could sound great. She sounded really bad there, and I feel very alone in this.
I'm not a musician. I'm not a vocalist. So like, I thought she looked amazing in that dress that she had
the
on.
crystal dress was gorgeous.
I think it was Balmain.
It probably was. Olivier Rostand loves
I
that.
think it was. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it might have been.
And they also said that her red carpet look, the like leopard or cheetah print
Yes.
one, took like 100 hours to make. Like that was
Yes.
all custom beading.
Yes, yes. Okay, so I'm getting a word from my producer that apparently she came up and apologized for her performance. Why? Why did she apologize?
There's a moment, and also like when she's like "Diamonds are forever," it was just really pitchy. And again, I'm not a music person. I can't speak on this, but even I picked it up, and I didn't like it. So it's interesting to hear. Thank you, production, for letting us know.
To quote a legend, Chris Crocker, "You're lucky she even performed for you, you bastards."
So true.
She's gonna have to apologize. And I'm not even like a huge fan of Doja Cat, but I thought she looked great.
She looked amazing.
I
I'm
did
glad
not like the outgrown blonde.
Oh, and it was kind of left. It's hearsay. Can I add one more of like, kind of? I didn't like their dress.
Who?
Mickey Madison.
Yeah.
It was not bad, but it just something about it just didn't fit her, and it was just like. She was so so many people were predicting her to win the Oscar. So like, why was that the dress we picked for a potential Oscar-winning moment?
I remember texting the group chat and that I was disappointed that Cynthia didn't win. Mm-hmm. But I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to protest the win. I'm going to protest that damn dress. Because my God, you are an Oscar nominee, and
Yeah.
you want. I think the trend of this year was winners. You have to make sure you wear an awful dress, because Zoe wore
Yeah,
an awful
awful
dress,
dress.
and Mikey also wore an awful dress.
Something about it was just giving like very like, I love Audrey Hepburn, but I'm going to my debutante ball. Like kind of like it just, and also again, it was wrinkling in weird areas. It didn't fit her right.
It's sometimes to me such a low hanging fruit when someone's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go for such a Audrey Hepburn like Givenchy look." It's like the thing about those outfits. It was not about the outfits. Yes, they were stunning, but it was about the woman wearing fashion and not fashion wearing her.
Right. And you also, I look back on so many famous women who have won Best Actress category or Best Supporting Actress, and I think there is sort of a push or a pressure to wear a ball gown, like a big, beautiful gown. And I think she just wanted to feel like, no, this is still me. Like, I'm still just this, like, girl, and I'm not ready to become this big image yet. Because if you read a lot of her interviews, she talks about how she is still very anxious and she doesn't love being the spotlight. Like, anytime at any of the screenings, throughout the film festival process when they're like applauding her, she's just there like, hi, like she's very nervous.
Oh, bullshit. I don't have time for that. You're an Oscar fucking winner. What do you mean you don't like attention? Like,
True,
this is the
true,
epitome
true.
of attention. Come on.
Come on.
It's like being a stripper and telling me that you don't like men watching you.
Yeah.
Girl, you're going to have to get used to it if you want to, because that's how you make money. If you want to be an actress, you're going to have to be on the spotlight.
Did you like Honora? Let me ask.
I did. I thought it was great. I loved the message of like the sex workers. It's so within the time. And most importantly, I love to reference Neil, that there is a star that it's such a young starlet rather than Demi Moore getting her Oscar for so many years that you
yeah.
have. So the moment that Demi wins that Oscar in the next few years will feel great.
I think Demi will be fine. She won every other award kind of leading up to this. And again, Honora being an independent film, winning, so they swept. They did so amazing. Like we had the director up on stage 3 times. Like it was more impactful for that. But also the substance, I think, to a degree, was very independent in a lot of its funding. So I think either way, like that was the big takeaway for me as someone in the industry was indie films deserve the love and attention. And that's why I feel no qualm with Wicked losing. Because they had millions to make it, and they made millions on the back end. Like that was their award, was the money.
And
they should feel fine about that.
And hopefully next year they will sweep.
Yeah, next year, and that's the thing, they have 2 chances to do it. Honora, The Substance, they had 1 year.
Yeah. Now let's talk about sweeping. Let's talk about the winners really quickly.
Okay, let's go through it.
The very first one, Adrian Brody. Tell me how you feel.
Okay, so I love brutalism as an architectural style. The movie score was gorgeous. The issue I have with it is that the AI, and people are kind of confused on how AI was used in this, was used to enhance his voice to make him sound more authentically in the accent. I don't exactly remember what country he's supposed to be from, but it helped him get that accent flawless, which if you're getting an award for Best Actor, shouldn't it be your acting that won it, not like AI's enhanced voice acting? It's all like kind of up there. What was horrible was the acceptance speech. The guys, I've been here before, and you could tell when he talked about like, I've been here before and I want to talk about this, like not everything's easy after you win. Like when he won his first Oscar for, I believe it was the Pianist, he got a little work, but then there were years where he didn't work at all. And like he wanted to be like kind of pissed at the industry and wanted to say something, and it just didn't feel right. It didn't hit well. It went on too long. And again, like a woman, I don't know. I don't need to hear men talk. I just want to hear women talk.
That's true. My problem with the speech was that you said nothing.
Oh, and like reiterated the same thing like 5 times.
You said, okay, let's not like condone hate. I was like, okay. The only thing that I can take away from that speech was like, let's not normalize hate.
Yeah.
Something like along those lines. But it wasn't like, oh my God, this speech had me in tears. I want to keep hearing.
And he wasn't making any big political declaration. He wasn't taking a side on anything that's happening. He was staying very neutral while just kind of like taking up airtime. I think they should have kept the music going and like, got him off stage. Him being like, guys, I've done this before. Like, cut the music. I want to speak. Like, I'm like, okay, you're an asshole. No one wants to work with you now.
Girl, bye. And like I said, now we're wasting way too much time talking about him. So on to the next one. Best Supporting Actor, Kieran Culkin.
Deserved. It was an interesting category. I love to see him win. I love his family. No notes on that one. And
Same.
his speech was quick and simple, which God love.
Best costume design was Paul Tazwell for Wicked.
First man of color to ever win. We are so excited. We are so happy.
Very, very.
Well
It was
deserved.
very, very nice to see him up there. Best actress in a leading role, Mikey Madison.
Also, like, again, A Star is Born. This is her Jennifer Lawrence moment. Like, I've already seen Greta Gerwig's in talks with her about doing a movie. Like, she is
Lord.
going to be the next Hollywood starlet, and I can't be happier for her. And also, reading off a piece of paper, thank you. You stayed brief. You got off stage.
I did say best supporting actress was Zoe Saldana.
And as I said before, I thought her acceptance speech was beautiful. Did I think she deserved it? I don't know, because I didn't watch. So I have no right. But I loved her speech.
I think based on her dress, she should not have won.
No, the dress is horrid.
And best film, Honora.
So well deserved.
Very well deserved.
And now that I've seen it, I can speak to the idea that like, I get like the hype around it. And like, it is an odyssey. It's a 3-part piece. And like, I'm constantly rooting for something good to happen. And spoiler alert, she just keeps losing. It's so hard to watch a girl lose.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Well, those were the Oscar. But you know that last week we went through a little prediction of who we thought was going to win. So I'm just going to really, really briefly go through these and see who won. Like I said, I have not seen someone graded these for me. So I'm just going to say our camera guy got 2. Okay, he did not do his homework. Liam, you want to know how many you got?
I'm scared. Okay, tell me.
+5.
That's like not bad, but not good.
That was not good. Okay, he'll do his homework next time. Oh my God, I cannot believe I got 6.
You got 6?
That's a C+ in my book. That's passing.
Okay.
And, oh my God, Ms. Neal is getting neck. She got 13.
Lucky number 13.
Lucky
Damn.
number
I wanna
13
see
she
this.
got, yes. Okay, so with this little story, with this little page, we're gonna go over to Neil because he wanted to be here, but unfortunately he was not able to. So I'm just gonna we're just gonna cut to a cute little message of Neil accepting his award and telling us what he thought about the Oscars.
Hello, Culture Clash fam. It's Neil here, coming to you live from beautiful Breckenridge, Colorado. Who knows, that could be Lana Del Rey's next album name. Well, what do I say? I'm not shocked that I won the Oscar prediction because I do know my stuff, but still, and such an honor, just to be nominated and to win. Thought the Oscars were great this year. Couple things. I thought it was a little rude to make Cynthia and Ariana open the show and then not give them the Oscar. Like, what is that about? You're going to use them for clout, but then not award those performances? Whatever. 2, there was no performance of the original song nominations this year, which is very strange. Just goes to show you that it was not a strong category this year. Once again, proving that Emilia Perez was trash. Thirdly, what to say? You know what? There's only one thing to say, and that's that at the next Oscars, Wicked is taking home the gold. Love you, fam.
Well, that was beautiful. Alrighty, well, back to pop culture. Let's talk about something that's been going on. Shady, shady, shady. Let's talk about Viva la Mayhem.
Oh my God.
You might have heard about this, but let me tell you the shady part that's happening,
Give
okay?
it to me.
Lady Gaga will perform her first concert in 13 years in Mexico on April 26 at the GNP Seguros Stadium in Mexico City. Live Nation announced on Monday, March 3rd in a press release followed by a post by the pop star on Instagram saying, Viva la Mayhem, we are coming back. Now here is the tea. Katy Perry is also scheduled to perform on the same day in Mexico City. And fans are allegedly reselling their tickets.
I heard about this. Because, I'm sorry, someone's in the room with a Katy Perry fan. I see you. Dropping her like a fly to pick up Gaga is gay in so many ways. Because 1,
Gaga's way gayer than Katy Perry.
and 2,
Betrayal is in our blood.
Okay, so if we go back to like 2012, 2013,
Yeah.
there was, people are calling it that it's the rematch to, I believe it was Applause and Roar.
oh, I could see them lining up. We'll have to look into that.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, those 2 singles were released on the same week.
Okay.
Which I think it stopped Lady Gaga from
Charting in Mexico?
From charting, no, just like globally.
Oh, interesting.
Because
Well,
it
Roar
was-
was huge.
It was released. Now, it is not a secret that Lady Gaga does not like Katy Perry.
I didn't know this. This is news to me.
This is not a secret that Lady Gaga does not fuck with Katy Perry.
Really?
Yes, there has been like leaked conversations of her with Kesha, like talking about how like, and you know Gaga is always so politically correct. And
She is. And everyone says she's a sweetheart.
but she does not fuck with Katy Perry.
I have to take her side. I have to trust Mother Monster.
Well, yeah.
She has good reason.
My thing though is that I can just picture Lady Gaga sitting on the table and with her team, and they're like, okay, well, where are we going to do this? Blah, 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 right? And then she's like, okay, well, let's do Mexico, April. And they're like, oh, well, we have someone on the same date. And she's like, who? Katie. Okay, let's keep going. Like she
Didn't even get. Oh, you don't even think it was like. Hold on, let me look up some tour dates for someone. You know, why don't we do this?
it's fine. You know that if two big pop stars,
Yeah.
like if Beyonce and Taylor Swift, they will never collide in the same city.
Yeah, no.
For the best of everyone, like
They want to both make
fans,
money. They don't want
correct.
riots.
And you also don't want to pin the fans
Against each other.
And you also don't want to like have them choose who gets their money.
Oh, she's making them choose by doing this. If I've known anything, she's making them choose. This is interesting.
It is very interesting. I'm very excited. Friday,
Yeah.
you guys are. I'm assuming you have heard the album by now. I have not. I'm going to stop recording this, and we're gonna go listen to the album.
No, like, tune in next week for the full review of Mayhem. Like, I'm so excited.
Mother is. I am drinking a lot of water. I'm getting a lot of sleep because I feel like this weekend we're gonna go out and just.
yeah.
It's Mother Monster.
Pause up.
Pause up. It's her 7th album.
I think so. 7th studio album.
Her 7th studio album. We're very happy for Mayhem. You know that there was a song that was leaked, right?
Yes, I was listening to it the other day.
You did. You're a very, very bad girl, Gaga.
Sorry, I love a good little leak.
I refuse to listen to it. In fact, I like got Twitter had it, and I was like,
I just want to know. Like, I'm just excited. Curiosity kills the cat.
Curiosity
And
kills
like
the
with all the AI stuff out there, I had to listen to make sure like, is this AI? Is this real? And it sounds like it's a block away. Like they record it with their phone, a speaker a mile down.
Okay.
So you barely can hear it, but you can tell it's
I
Gaga.
love that. I don't think I have to ask you this question, but I'm just gonna ask you. If
Okay.
you had to choose, if you were in Mexico City, you go see Gaga or Katy?
Gaga.
She didn't even have to
Also,
think
if it
about
came between like Gaga and Beyonce, Gaga. Sorry.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
I would make my choice.
I don't know. I think I will just chop half of my body and
If it came to Beyonce and Gaga,
yeah, I don't know who I would go see.
that's tough. I think with Beyonce's newest album, I think the crowd will be a bit more mixed. But with Gaga, it's like, oh, this is just like gay
Gays.
joy. This is gays.
That's
Pure
true.
gays.
So if I wear a jockstrap to Gaga, it's not an issue.
You can go naked to Gaga. I don't want to bat an eye. But Beyonce, there's going to be some interesting people there.
There can be people who want to fight you.
Yeah. Yeah. A few more than her last album. It's not Renaissance anymore.
I don't know. Well, when you mean like, you just mean like Beyonce's fan is not 100% Gaga.
Yeah. Beyonce's fan base is so much bigger breadth. Whereas
Correct.
Gaga is like, she has people everywhere, but the gays are her loyalists.
Yes. So if that Karen came to see Beyonce and she sees me in a jockstrap, she'll want to fight me.
Probably.
Well, she'll probably call the police.
Yeah, well, she'd be blinding her like 8-year-old daughter who shouldn't be at a concert anyway.
She should not.
Don't bring your children to concerts.
Do
Stop
not.
doing that. I'm trying to have fun. I'm trying to like do the things I want to do, and I don't want to scar your child.
I agree. I'm very excited. I think that if it came down between Beyonce and Lady Gaga, it depends on who has the better seat. Like, which seats are we talking about?
Yeah. True.
And what album are we talking?
I think I'd need to be on the floor for Gaga because I want to dance. I want to move my body. If I have to sit, it's gonna be weird.
I did get to watch Lady Gaga, Joanne, and it was still amazing. But
Beyonce's just a production designer. Like, girl puts on a show.
cannot wait to see you, Mama. I cannot wait to see you. And this week, I keep saying this, but this summer is just gonna be filled with concerts.
It really is. Mayhem summer, I'm manifesting. After Brat summer, it's time.
It's time. Okay, well now let's move on to the next topic.
Okay.
This is such a stupid story,
I love a stupid story. Give it to me.
but it has been picking up steam to the point where someone had to release a statement.
Who?
Well, let me tell you about it. Is Kourtney Kardashian a grandma?
Is she?
Well, let me tell you the story. Kourtney Kardashian shared a rare statement on her Instagram stories to address the speculations about her teenage son. Here's what the message said. I rarely I rarely address rumors. Okay, I'm not gonna do that.
You were so close for a second.
I am not gonna do that. Okay. I rarely address rumors or conspiracies regarding myself or my family, but this is about my child, and it feels wrong to let anyone think for a second that these lies are remotely true. They are not, she wrote. Mason does not have a child. The eldest Disick boy has recently been kept out of the spotlight, but it didn't stop numerous TikToks from giving viral claims that he secretly has a 1-year-old.
How old is he?
I believe he's like 14.
No!
Now,
Wait.
okay, the reason why I picked this story, I
Yeah.
would not have picked this story because it sounds very like made up.
It does.
Correct.
But
However, there is a little bit of context that has happened in the Kardashian atmosphere in the last few weeks.
okay, give it to me because I'm here to learn.
Okay. So you guys know Alabama Barker. Alabama Barker is the daughter of Travis Barker.
Travis.
Trav is married to Kourtney Kardashian.
Yes.
Alabama Barker has been engaging in a internet fight with Bad Baby. You know
A
Bad
diss
Baby?
track?
Yes.
Bad Baby, isn't she the Meet Me Out Back?
Catch Me Outside. How about that?
Wow.
Okay, so they have been dissing each other because apparently Alabama Barker slept with Bad Baby's man, blah, 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 blah.
That's messy.
Very messy. And Alabama Barker released this video where it looks like there's a Kourtney lookalike and a Travis lookalike. And the diss track said somewhere along the line that you are S-ing the D that came out of my behind. And your stepmom is out here taking her sister's seconds.
Oh
It was-
my God.
It was nasty. Okay, so the reason why I brought up the Mason Disick is because the blogs and the streets are saying that the reason why all of this crazy drama between the Barkers and Bad Baby is because they're trying to keep the Mason thing under wrap.
Oh, they're like creating a bigger controversy to like bury their other one, which they've done time and time again.
Every time.
And they always, it's like a sacrificial thing. They'll be like, thank God we have like 6 of these kids because we can just be like, okay, it's your turn to have a crisis so you can bury your sister's crisis.
I think that Kris Jenner went up to Alabama Barker and she said, I'll manage you for the next 6 months if you take one for the team.
I mean, she's gonna make money off of it no matter
She probably
what.
said, like, I'll get you to the Met Gala through the back.
You're not walking the steps, but you will go.
Through the back if you take one for the team.
Wow. First of all, can I just say something? I have no issue saying this to anyone. Bad Baby, you're trash. Why is Alabama Barker sleeping with someone's boyfriend like that? That makes, I mean,
It's nasty.
I don't know that if she's any better, but
No, they're both trash.
but she was raised by a good family. I've always heard Travis is wonderful.
I don't know. I heard that Travis picks like the thirst trap that Alabama Barker gets to pose.
Wait, that's crazy.
She's like 18, 19.
That is wild. I know she was elated to have Kourtney as her mother. She said, "Oh,
I don't know.
Daddy, you married the right one."
You know how Kourtney hates the whole Kim and
Yeah.
princess vibe and want to be famous. So I think Kourtney is also hating. I think Kourtney hates the Kardashians.
Do you think by Kourtney releasing this public statement that affirms the fact that this could be real, or is it like this is so absurd she had to say something? 'Cause why say anything at all? You're just giving press to press. You could just let it die.
I think it's not true only because she released the statement.
Okay, because it's not like the what's the brother's name that no one talks about anymore?
Rob.
Is it like how like Rob's secretly dead?
No, Rob just doesn't really mess with fame.
Okay.
Rob is not cut out for that.
No.
When you think about like the Kardashians, there are 2 people in that entire family that were made up for what they do, and that is Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian. Everyone else has tagged along, has
And
made a
done
lot
well.
of money. Like I even think
Miss Kylie.
Kylie and Kendall are just like, okay, we get to be the it girls, we get to make a
Yeah.
lot of money.
We're
Cool.
born into it.
Yeah, like we have no choice.
Okay.
But I think the people living their dreams in that family
Chris and Court.
is Kris
Kim.
and Kim.
That makes sense. What an absurd story.
What an absurd story. I don't know. I don't think
Do you
it's
think they killed the baby?
No, but
They paid for someone to take it to a different country.
maybe.
I kind of want it to be true.
I don't think so. I really don't think so, but-
there's no way. Also, I hope not.
I just thought the story was so, and I just wanted to talk about the Kardashians because they don't get talked a lot about anymore.
They really are kind of bad. I'd also like to say it brings me zero joy talking about a 14 or 15-year-old child. I don't
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, wow. The fact that that's the only drama with the Kardashians lately is kind of crazy.
As I was scrolling through like the stories and like the best and worst dress list,
Yeah.
I did not find Kim.
She looks great.
Okay.
But no one was talking about her as the best dressed?
And that's like Kim's worst nightmare. She does not care whether people talk negatively
Or
good about her.
positively, yeah.
She wants to be talked about. And the fact that no one was talking, someone said that Kris Jenner came and told Kim, like, Pam is getting too much attention for the no makeup. Let's do that.
Yeah.
They want to stay relevant.
Interesting. I mean, I'll always be fascinated what they're doing, but what a weird family.
Will be? We'll see if.
I
if
loved
they
that.
send-
Ooh, great. No, actually, can I go to the Oscars for 2 more seconds?
Please.
Kylie sitting next to Timmy at the Oscars
Yes.
was so rewarding and validating to see because I genuinely believe that relationship is so real. And he bringing her kind of validates that. And they look so cute together. She was wearing Miu Miu, I believe, or Prada. I think it was Miu Miu.
I believe one of those, yes.
And she looks good. She didn't look great. She looked good. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say is I'm happy that they're happy.
But I also love that she was wearing a very simple dress. It was not about her.
Couldn't be about, oh, can I talk about Timmy for 2 seconds?
That awful outfit he wore.
It was butter. He looked like a stick of butter, but it was leather, so that was kind of cool. I'm like, okay, I've never seen butter-colored leather.
It was awful.
It was awful. It was horrible, but fascinating. It's an interesting signal because it was, I can't remember the designer for it, but there's a lot of major shifts going on in the houses right now, and we have Hader Ackerman taking over for Tom Ford, and so I think his after-party look was the new Tom Ford by Hader Ackerman, which is a relationship he's been fostering for years. He and Hader have gone back through many red carpets, so I was fascinated to see like who wore what. Also, little girl Elle Fanning, she wore what's her name? Who used to be the creative director at Alexander McQueen?
Sarah Burton.
Sarah Burton. She's now at Valentino, I think, or no, that's Alessandra Michele. Is that Valentino? Wherever she went, she was wearing hers, and you could tell just by like the seam work. It lined up so beautifully, but it was an unimpressive dress otherwise.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway,
Okay, well, let's get back to the pop culture stories. I have one last story for you. It's relevant, but I want to
Okay.
get your take because I have a little bit of gag in there.
Tell
okay?
me.
So, Project Runway new season. Project Runway is making it work, returning for season 21 and moving from Bravo to Disney. The fashion competition series will air on Disney-owned Freeform network before being available to stream on Disney Plus and Hulu. Debuting sometime in 2025, season 21 will consist of 10 episodes aired weekly. Our new host, Heidi Klum, she is back for a new season.
that's not who I thought you were gonna say was gonna do it.
So she is doing it, and what's her name is out.
Tyra? No. Tall.
Yes, Kushner
Married.
family.
Yeah. Why can't I think of her?
Her, Taylor's ex-girlfriend,
Oh my God, Carly Kloss.
Carly Kloss.
Miss
There you
Kloss,
go.
goodbye.
Miss Carly Kloss is out. Now, here's the gag. I heard from
Yes.
the grapevine that Tim Gunn is not returning. You remember Tim Gunn.
Oh, of course I remember Tim Gunn. Girls,
Make it work.
make it work. Yeah. Why?
But there might be a new girl in town that might be coming in.
If they make Christian Siriano the new host, I'm not watching.
It's a little someone more gaggy.
Who?
And
Mr.
then-
Penguin from Batman City?
Almost just as crazy. Naomi Campbell.
No.
Now this is the blind item that I read online.
Okay, tell me.
Okay, you guys remember I told you about Yacht Girls a few weeks ago, right?
Oh, I remember.
Okay, so allegedly another madame that I said it was Naomi Campbell, another person who was very high up on the yachting girls is Miss Heidi Klum.
2 madames, 1 room?
2 madames, 1 yacht. So allegedly Heidi Klum is also up there with like yachting the girls.
Oh no.
And the rumor is that Miss Naomi came up to her and she said, well, as a favor, I want to be on the next season.
Oh, interesting. What's baffling me about this news that you brought up is that she has so much money. She would have to only be doing this, or at least I would assume for money. Like, she doesn't need it. Or she has so much fame. Like, why is she taking this? It seems beneath her to take a TV show.
I don't know. Okay.
Because that's like, she wants, like, when she feuded with Tyra, I could see her wanting to, like, get better ratings than Tyra. But why now? What's the point? Are you just fading out?
I don't know what's the point, but I have to say that I love Naomi as a model, but she gives me really dark energy.
She has horribly dark energy.
In fact, do you remember a few years ago when she used to talk about P. Diddy, like, that's my brother, that's family?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to be hypocritical because last week or a few weeks ago, I talked about Taylor Swift and
Scooter Braun?
Blake Lively and how you're not responsible for your friend's actions.
Yes.
But I have to say this.
This is different.
This is different because there are two options that you have here. When your friend does something stupid and shady, you can just be like, I'm not responsible for that.
Yeah.
You know, like, yes, I know the dumb person that he is, but like, I'm not responsible for that. When your friend that you said and you claim that is your family
Yes.
has this allegations, who is in jail, you have two options. You either knew about it or you're appalled by it and you just you just distance yourself. And you have to make that clear.
Well, she also was in so many Epstein photos from his
Yes.
yachts. So, like, I have to believe she knew things. She has to, like, it feels shady. All of it feels really shady. And I'd like to also say, when it comes to game shows like this, where, like, there's a big winner, like America's Got Talent, Next Top Model, like, all these things, when you win, so rarely do you ever actually succeed in that career. Like, Christian Siriano makes good money making Mother of the Bride
Great money.
gowns. He makes great money, but he's never been respected in the fashion world. No one takes him seriously.
There is a little fine line, and I actually really find Christian Siriano to be really living the dream.
He is.
I think he is rich enough to live great.
Gorgeous house, gorgeous husband.
He has a gorgeous house uptown New York. He has a gorgeous apartment in New York. He has a gorgeous boyfriend. He, like you said, I heard that his showroom is basically like the same dress in every color with different.
Oh no,
sleeves.
it's whatever the collection is. He just has them all on mannequins, and when these women come in, they just say, "I like that shoulder and that waistline and that skirt," and then he puts it together, and they can pick whatever. He really gives the woman the fantasy. He's like, I don't need to be having some like ready to wear collection for anyone. I'm all custom.
And I love that. I think he has found such a niche, such a
has.
rich group of New Yorkers who pay a lot of money for it.
So much money.
And he's living his dream.
He is.
I sometimes love his work. I sometimes think I'm like, ah.
I think what bothers me most about him is his friendship with Coco.
Oh God, Coco. I can't stand Coco.
She's a model. If you don't know her, look her up. I don't have time to give her more press, but it's just so annoying. And it was COVID when he had that runway show at his house. And she got in the pond in that big ball gown and then basically drowned. And I was like, you're just making this show about you. I'm so over it. She Irish danced for McQueen once and thought she was big shit. I'm done.
She unfortunately did not drown. But she did make a fool because that dress got so damn heavy that she cannot get out of the pool. And people had to literally get her out of the pool. Not only that, but as she's getting out of the pool, the entire pool is like turning red because of like the red dye of the dress.
It was just bad. Also, if you ever want to, like, modeling camps as a whole are a scam, but hers just feels real scammy to me. I don't know. Maybe you learn something. It feels weird to me. I don't love it.
I don't care for Coco Rocha.
No.
I don't.
Don't need her.
But going back to the whole thing with Naomi Campbell, she's always given me very dark energy. You know that she used to be friends with Ghislaine?
Oh, yeah.
So it just all makes sense that Ms. Naomi...
Why make her a host then? That seems so controversial for Disney to pick up someone with this much bad blood.
But she's always kept everything under wrap.
True.
There's not an...
She must have said, like, don't you worry, I've got this. It's all handled.
There's no scandal of her other than her throwing her phone at her mate.
Which, like,
Which was camp.
Yeah, it's fine.
Which
And then
was
she has
camp.
given us so many great cultural moments, so I'm certain they're bagging on her saying something horrifically evil that'll then become cultural.
I just hope Nina Garcia is back. I hope Michael Kors is back.
Do you think they'll bring back, I guess he was more America's Next Top Model. I was going to say,
Ms. J.
Ms. J.
We love Ms. J.
I've told you about my times meeting her. She's
No.
crazy. Oh, at my school, she used to come in every year to like train the girls to do the runway because it was all student models. And I'd be the one standing next to them with the clipboard, be like, here's the next one. Here's the next one.
Ms. J.
Oh, we had some times. I walked for Miss J once because we were bored and there was no one left. And she's like, get up there, do a walk. But apparently I can't walk.
Oh, we love Ms.
Which,
J.
that's why I was Poor Things, Bella Baxter for Halloween that year. Because, girl, I can't walk.
No. Well, that's okay. You have your talents.
Yeah.
You have your talents. Well, yeah, that was Naomi Campbell. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. The show has always been great. I've always loved watching Project Runway. I did not watch the last episodes. I don't. Carly Claus just didn't have it.
I watched that one episode where Bella and Gigi fight, and I was like, Bella's right about this. Gigi is so damn annoying.
I believe that was the Amazon show.
Oh, it was the off-brand
The next,
one.
yeah, the
That
next
was the
something
diet.
something.
Yeah.
It was a little different. But like I said, I hope they bring Miss Colombian Queen, the fashion editor of Elle, Nina Garcia, Michael Kors. They were amazing. So.
They were.
Well, Liam, thank you so much for being here with us. It was such a pleasure. Thank you for sharing all of your knowledge.
Thank you for having me back and letting me say my opinions.
Yes. And next week, you guys are not going to want to miss next week's episode. We have a co-host that you guys are going to gag. You're going to die. If you think Liam was good, just you wait for our next episode. It's going to be so good. So why don't you give us your social media so that the girls can follow you?
Oh, Liam Haehnle. I'll put it right here. You'll see it. And also pause up. Have a great mayhem weekend.
Yes, little monster. Pause up. Make sure that you guys have fun. Have some drinks. Enjoy Lady Gaga's new album. Make sure that you guys subscribe the culture_clash on our Instagram as well as our YouTube. Soon we're going to be on TikTok so that you guys can follow us as well. And you guys can stay tuned for everything that is happening. Thank you guys. Have a happy Friday. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Ooh, super.
That was so good.